What is up, guys? Logan here again with Theta Profit, also known as Jason. You guys should definitely go check out his channel and then check out the Discord, link in the description, and all these other cool links. So his link to his channel will be down there, but your portfolio has been going crazy. I know you got a lot of Tesla stuff going on. I had some Tesla action today, so how have you been doing?
Doing really well. A little bit better after the first couple hours were over in the morning for sure.
Yeah, that was pretty nerve-wracking. Watching that dip and then Powell speaking, like that lead up, I was like, what is this? Like, this is like just this ominous like movie trailer. I was like, what are we gonna get? Like, is this just the beginning? And we just rubber band like bounced our way back up today. It was crazy.
I was like, oh man, the Big Short got us. Like, he got us.
Michael got
Bears
us.
done won.
Yeah, it was absolutely crazy, and I ended up closing a lot of my Tesla positions, a couple of the spreads that I had today, and of course I still hold my shares, and I wasn't playing any like single call options on them or nothing, but it was just really crazy to see, and my portfolio was down 6% at like its worst spot today, and it was just like or actually at the end of the day, and it was down like at one point like almost 10% at like the worst part, and I was like, oh my gosh, like this is crazy, haven't had a day like this in a long time.
Yeah, definitely. I think if it would have stayed down there, it would have been the worst day I had ever had. And definitely would have made for like the worst week I'd ever had. I don't know, like we were down 49. I don't know what that is percentage wise, like 25% at one point.
Man.
And yeah, that was definitely scary territory. But I wasn't feeling like Tesla was going to hang out there for very long at all. So I was pretty okay with it. For sure nervous though. I was like, oh man. Like yesterday I spent most of the day just like managing my positions and rolling stuff out to where I was comfortable. And lowering strike prices on things to where I could not wake up and deal with this. Right. But who knew?
Crazy.
And then I think we ended up, I think we're actually even for today, even though this shows minus 14,000.
Yeah.
So I had a little like I'll scroll down
here. The premiums rose at the end of the day, which made it weird.
Yeah, it was this one. So, and it does that. I'm sure other people, like the first time they see this, they freak out. They either think they made 25% of the day or lost it. But yeah, just that end of the day, this thing shot up from 6 to 9. So that shows like $10,000 down. So maybe we're down a couple percent, but it'll make sure tomorrow looks green at least.
Yeah, tomorrow looks good so far. I mean, with the after hours, and I think we'll get a good rally out of the Qs again, the triple Q, QQQ. I know tech's been getting beaten up, but I know a lot of buyers were coming in and scooping up a lot of shares. And it was just such a crazy run to see. I mean, I looked at my Zoom shares, and they, at the lowest point, I wasn't watching because they're just one of my positions. I was watching all my spreads and stuff. But Zoom had gotten down to 352. And has roared back to 390. 2 weeks ago, it was like 455 or something, or 445.
Yeah.
Absolutely wild movement. Like the Qs, that movement right in the morning just felt like I've not seen something like that since September, and it was just crazy to me.
Right. Yeah. September, and seeing some stuff like that in March.
Yeah.
I guess like that's kind of what it felt like there when it just wasn't stopping day after day.
Yeah. When it was just kept hammering down. And I was watching the VIX really closely, and the VIX hit 27. And right after that, when we started to rebound right at like that bottom point, I think that was like 940, maybe 945, where we found that bottom and shot back up. I saw the VIX drop all the way to 24, and my confidence levels rose like a ton. I was like, oh my gosh, like this is so much better. We're lower than we were when we opened today, and since then it had just roared, and we had Powell on. So what a day, dude! I did not expect this week to be like this, and it's crazy.
Yeah, none of us did. Otherwise, we would have bought puts and gone out of them right there, and bought calls, and looked like a couple geniuses.
100%. Yeah, I'm just, playing like naked options on Tesla is just something that I've tried it one time, and I scalped them for like $40, and that whole time I was just sitting there like shaking. So I was like, oh my gosh, this contract's so much. What am I doing? Like,
I know.
they're a
And that's the
hard
thing.
one.
Those every single tick can move so much in those things too.
Yep.
Like trying to get filled. Oh no. Like yeah,
I know. Yeah, filling and then filling those cells, and it's just wild. So I'm glad that they bounced back. I mean, we're looking a lot better than we were this morning, that's for sure. So I wish I would have grabbed the 600, 580 put like you did when I had the opportunity today. But you just don't see the bottom, and you're even when it's going up, you're like, oh man, if that even corrects at like 650, we could go back to 630 range, you know. And it was just a lot, but I'm happy where we are compared to where we started.
for sure. Yeah, it's nice. It's nice to at least have an even day, not just the down day,
Yeah.
down day. And I liked how the price was increasing with such little volume, which was really nice on Tesla, anyways.
Yeah.
After the initial kind of bounce back that it had. So I guess I don't know. My account probably looks like Tesla. Mimics it, right?
Yeah, so with Tesla, my portfolio looks just like it. It's got like this, it's like kind of hovering and then whoom, now it's back up a
Yeah,
little bit, but it's crazy. But yeah, you're still added to your shares, which is fantastic. I know you've been getting pretty solid deals on them today.
for sure. They're all on sale. I mean, when everything's on clearance, like might as well stock up. Who knows when the next chance is going to be? And then I have that $200 a day, like no matter what,
Yep.
up, down, sideways. We just keep buying a couple $100, and now it only takes 3 days, and you get more than a share. So
That's so cool. Seriously. Like I bought some more Apple today on the dip, and that felt really good. I got some at 122. And yeah, it hit
yeah,
119, but when it was 119, I was like watching everything else. So it would have been nice there. But either way, I mean, I've been throwing 200 a day for the last couple of days in Apple just because the price it's lower than their August high, you know?
right.
So like
And you
texting
can't
them.
go wrong with Apple.
Right.
And you're like, by doing that, you're just averaging in, because it's not like you can't do any price prediction on it. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And it's just such a big company. So it's been fantastic. But see, a lot of your other plays are going well. How'd you end up managing some of your spreads? Was there anything that you regret doing today, or were you just kind of like, you know, risk management wise, like I'm making this decision for this reason?
Yeah. So not at all. Like I find the biggest regrets I ever have was just like closing or running away from a position.
Mm-hmm.
And that definitely happened like right after battery day, and we lost whatever it was, a third or something like that over the course of a few days.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't do anything with it. I was just expecting what happened today to happen. But not doing anything about it would totally be incorrect, and not protecting it would have been incorrect, I feel like. So if we didn't get the bounce we had today, then where would I be? I'd be left with like no extrinsic value.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also the same reason after that I modified what I did. And that's why most of mine I'm buying 4 to 6 weeks out. I have enough extrinsic value even when it goes against me. So I was able to roll things out that were in the money and still roll them out farther. So I rolled quite a bit out. I mean, some of them might have ended up okay, but we're not till Friday yet, so we're definitely not 100% out of the woods.
And I was gonna roll some, but I decided to just close a couple, and then my plan was to see how they did throughout the rest of the day and kind of where they open tomorrow, because I started to think, I was like, well, I already have unlimited day trades, and you know, just to protect myself, if I wanted to re-enter, see what the premiums look like tomorrow, I could always just scoop some more. But you know, it's nice to know like this is like a real good, great way to see how much you're comfortable in with on a stock before it makes you emotional. And I realized that today that, you know, I had been playing with $5,000, and then this week I went to 3,500 just to play a little more conservative, because I had a swing trade that like got me closer to my goal for the week. So I was like, oh, I'll just play conservative with Tesla. And I think now I'm going to go back to even, you know, maybe a little bit less, like maybe 3,000, 2,500 a week. And, you still get an incredible return buying 2 weeks out on those Tesla premiums. It's incredible. And if they're able to rebound like this, it's just money in the bank. It's awesome.
Eventually,
yeah,
it's money in
you just
the
gotta
bank.
wait.
Yeah, and everybody definitely has all their own comfort levels too. I mean,
100%.
Yeah, I mean, seeing minus 40, seeing minus 50 on a day might just be like, I'm out, I'm done.
Oh yeah.
This is just a stupid idea to think I could trade or whatever. But yeah, like we talked about before, after you go through it a few times, you're more and more comfortable.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just see it's definitely oversold. It's continuing to grow. I don't see, like, even if it took a dump for the next a couple days and this didn't happen and turn around, I don't see, like, 6 months from now, after they actually start releasing some cyber trucks and do their next earnings call and see what they made off of Bitcoin and everything else just kind of like adds up.
100%.
I don't see it. There's, like, no way in my mind. I know there is a way,
Right.
maybe famous last words, but like at the end of the year, like, to me, there's no way it's below 800 by the end of the year. That to me is pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, definitely, man. I definitely would agree with that. I'm super bullish on them, as you know, and it's just crazy. There's a lot of, I really wish I would have grabbed a couple more spreads on the dip. The premiums were pumping, even for the weeklies, but I was like, oh, if I grab a weekly, like, yeah, the Theta decay is going to crush this, and if it goes up, I could make like 80% in a day, and that would have been the move. But, it's just having – that's the one thing about buying the weeklies, is – when you're buying the weeklies, you're so caught up with, if this moves down against me tomorrow and it expires on Friday, like, I'm in a bad spot. So I was looking at some March 5th stuff. I was like, oh, the collateral, I just rolled some, or not rolled some, I just closed some. So it was kind of me trying to figure out what to do there. It was a little, just for the first time, like, trying to roll, or what do I do? And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to stay hands off, let the market do its thing. Luckily, some of it came back.
Super smart. Especially, when you're on the 50-50 line, and then, whatever side you choose could go wrong.
Yeah.
Do nothing.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But I'm glad that you're, all in one piece today. I figured when you were down a ton that it was just, I couldn't even imagine.
Yeah. Yeah, it sucks, but that's okay. Like, I haven't lost, account's definitely down, but haven't lost a penny of collateral. Yeah. So just rolling it out,
rolling it out. Yeah, no, that's awesome, man. Especially when you got the strikes like the 600, 580s, and it's like 719 or something after hours, something crazy. So when you have strikes like that, your comfort level's back, instead of like, oh, I had the 700, 680, and now we're back over, but, like, who knows, and that's a lot of the tough battle with Tesla.
For sure. And then I even bought, actually, a few debit spreads too.
Nice.
For January.
Not a bad idea. It's a great day to
they're on sale. Get them now. Yeah. Like, you can get the, like, 790, 800s or something. They were like $200.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's a steal. And those things can inflate like crazy. From what I've watched people, pay like 5,000 and like a debit spread on Tesla, or maybe 3,000, and it goes up like 200 points or whatever. I mean, depending on what they got going and like the doubles and all that. But yeah, and they'll make like 20 grand. It's really crazy. Like, I've been thinking about some debit spreads. So I might take you up on that, because that's the only way I could play a bullish Tesla position besides a put credit spread, would be to grab a debit spread and just, like, all right, boys, we're all in. Like, let's get it going.
You don't even have to be all in. Like, get them far enough out of the money. Like, get them for the beginning of 2023 or something like that. Something like crazy high out of the money. Oh well, spend $100 on it, a couple $100 on it. I mean, as well as I do, there's a pretty good chance we're $1,200, $1,300, $1,400.
Mm-hmm.
And at some point, even if it doesn't hit that, likely we'll have some kind of spike that's going to push that premium up, and could always sell it at that point.
Yeah, secure the gains. I mean, it's a great thing to do there too.
Yeah.
crazy. I was just super excited to see how you manage your positions. So,
Yeah, I think I posted most of them, but like anything, so we can kind of look at some of them.
Yeah, let's do it.
Like we're not. This is obviously my first one. It's just one of them. 600, 580. When does that expire? Like next Friday. But then everything else I rolled out. Like the big thing for me is just comfortable.
Yep.
Next one is a 600, 590, and that's March 19th. This was actually a debit spread that I bought when Tesla Premium was still pretty high, or the price was pretty high. So this will just be a loser for me on this guy unless something happens, and I could close it out to just not see the negative whatever $900 because I spent $1,000 on all four, I believe. But that's like one of those things you just never know when that comes back to life, because who knows? Just who knows?
Yeah.
The rest of my stuff hovering around 319. I have some 700, 690s, 680s, 670s. Week after that, 700, 690s, and boy, actually April 700, 690s. So I was able to roll most of these out and pretty low. And a lot of these started up above 750. I think initially there were some 760s and stuff that I just rolled out. So none of these I took a loss on. I actually took in credit for all of these.
Just a little bit or so.
A
little bit of credit.
Just a little bit. I don't care. Pay me for my mistake. Pay me for my greed. Whatever.
Save your collateral. It's awesome.
Yeah, just might as well wait. I mean, this is my first thing that's even above 700, and that's all the way until June. I mean, I think Tesla can move $50 in 3 months. I mean, we'll see, right? Yeah. And then, we're out in September before we have any kind of decent amount after that. So 710s, 730s. Like I feel super good about those. We have an 815, 810. For some reason, I'm only down $40 on it. I don't remember when I opened this, like at all, or why.
That's a steal.
It was maybe a random, like, man, I have $500. what do I do with it? All right, super far out, and it was probably open when Tesla was up to 880, and then I just didn't push her out. And then the rest of them, they actually went out till I moved a lot of them out till January. I want to see where are these guys. Am I passing it?
That was the spike on your.
Oh, yeah, there's the big one. The 700, 690s have till the end of the year. Can always roll them up, move them back, just depending on whatever the price action does.
Definitely.
And these ones I think were pretty high. These were probably like 760s or something initially. So as Tesla was dropping, I was like moving them out, taking a credit, and moving them out and taking a credit, because last thing I want to do is just take the loss on it.
Yeah.
Reserve the capital. And now it'll take me 9 months before I have to deal with it, but that's fine. I'd rather have, because what are these guys worth? This is 9 and then 3, like 27, I guess 27,000 or something like that.
Yeah.
I'd rather wait 9 months for 27,000
100%
than take a loss today. So yeah.
Damn, that's awesome, man. Then you got your Snap play that's been doing fantastic.
Snap, yeah. I actually made a video and then it cut off about this guy today.
That's just such a crazy. I can't believe they hit 71, and I told myself I was gonna buy it today, and just with everything that happened, I was just like, wait, I'm just gonna clear my mind, like take a break, and I missed out, but it happens. Always opportunities.
Yeah. I've done that a ton of times. Like I'll actually say it. Like as soon as I'm done making this video, I'm gonna go buy this, and just I don't do it, and then all of a sudden rips up. Now it's a little difficult to buy a 71 compared to this morning. Good Lord.
I agree.
Yeah. What was it? It was, you said 50 some this morning.
Yeah, 50.
I didn't even watch it.
56. I saw at the low. Oh, 57.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right around
there.
Yeah. So 57. and
You won.
it was the only thing that was still going sideways. I was watching Snap most of the morning because I was like, Tesla's already rallied. I'm watching all these other stocks just taking off, and Snap's still going sideways. I'm like, oh, it's the day of Investors Day. I bet they're just not reacting well to it. And then just boom, it's just out of
Right.
there. It's like, oh, would have been nice
Confidence.
to grab that position, but
Yeah, I think my only one that stayed in the green today. I don't know if you know about this position.
oh, your Rolls Royce, yeah.
My Rolls Royce, baby.
I watched that video. That's awesome.
I mean, Beaver just got one, so got the custom Rolls Royce. So that's gotta be good things for the stock.
You're like, yes, this is now 1% of my portfolio.
And I can always say, yes, I own Rolls Royce.
Rolls Royce.
That's smart.
That's awesome. I wonder what the premiums are on it if you ever wanted to do some like covered calls,
No. I'll just keep my rolls the way it is. It just looks good. I'll just keep it parked right there.
Yeah, that's awesome. Got the rules in my portfolio.
It was actually funny that out of everything that tanked, it just didn't really move, I guess. Oh well.
Yeah. It's awesome. What a day.
Yeah.
What a day in general.
Yeah, tomorrow's gonna be our green day finally. After weeks of seems like about a couple weeks getting beat up pretty good.
Yeah, I really hope so, man. It's looking good after hours, so I hope we can keep it up. And yesterday I was not feeling so good after hours, and then we got today. I didn't expect it to be this bad, but I remember I woke up at like 4 a.m. and checked pre-market because what else do you do at 4 a.m, right? And saw Tesla was like 693. And I was like, oh man, this is gonna be a day, and wow, it really was.
Same. Actually, I got up and I had to go run somewhere like before market opened, and so I usually open my Tesla app and warm up my car, and I didn't even get there. I was just like, I saw the big negative, and I was like, oh, what? What happened again? Oh God, another Thursday or another Monday, whatever it was. But that's all right. Now I'm pretty happy. I mean, hopefully this would have been one heck of a dead cat bounce if it was just a dead cat bounce.
Yeah, 100 points. It's crazy.
Yeah, the other days where it just kind of like barely recovered, I wasn't feeling as good for some reason. I mean, even though it was down by close, I still feel better about today. And I guess just because it's so low too.
Yeah.
It was like that low point was rejected so quickly. Yeah. Someone's like, oh man, yeah, that's cheap. I'm going to get that.
Awesome. I should have loaded the boat. That would have been awesome. Grab the shares.
It's so hard.
Shares. Yeah, it's just hard.
That's why I just keep that auto purchase on, man. Keep me focused. Keep it like, all right, that's the plan. Let's just keep buying little by little. Robinhood's like the auto purchase. I feel like I probably did not get the best value out of that. I don't know, because it's not like it's purchased like during the same exact minute every day. So I'm thinking, yeah, they bought it at the bottom. They got the algorithm and they sold it to you for 703. All right, made your daily purchase.
So crazy.
Yeah.
I'm excited for tomorrow, though. I think we'll have a lot of good news. And I still have my SPY spreads that I'm rocking that are up like 50%. So got a pretty decent amount of runway on those. I think that's what I'm going to do is just kind of chill off the Tesla train for a minute, hop back into ETFs, and still have money in Tesla spreads, but just a little less so that I'm not waking up at 4 a.m. like, oh my God. Like, wait, but that's cool. I'm pretty excited for tomorrow.
Yeah, I am too. Yeah, I don't think the minus whatever a quarter of your account waking up is for everybody. Like you're not going to stomach it. But the other thing, like this morning when I was thinking about that, I was like, okay, this all sucked, and this is like my plan. It was honestly, it's kind of hard to stick to the plan sometimes when you see days like that. But then I just like looked at, well, if I hadn't done that previously, like over the last 6 months, I wouldn't be here because I've had some crazy down days too during that time. Like if I didn't stick with it, I wouldn't be where I'm at. So I'll just continue to stick with it. If I would have closed when it was down today, whew, like no recovery.
Oh,
I mean, maybe.
yeah, it would have been crazy. And like for you too, just seeing it rip afterwards would probably just be the craziest feeling,
Yeah.
watching it rip. Because I closed some at the bottom, and like around the bottom, it was around like 640, and seeing it rip, and I was like, man, if I would have held those, I would have saved myself like $800, just waiting to close at the top, and it's just like, it's, you make it, you lose it, you win, and it all comes back to you at some point. But it's just crazy. You look at it, you're like, oh, I could save myself $800, bought more shares or something with it. But
and the scary part is like, I've read like I think on Bloomberg or something that it's like all the quants are building algorithms based upon like retail traders now.
Really?
So they're like, yep, because they can find uncorrelated things like in regular trading, and now they're doing it specifically to target retail traders, and that's scary because I mean, I don't know how many people hopped off the train today. I saw quite a few, but yeah, that's just whatever money you lost, you're giving to somebody else's pocket. It sucks.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was like, if that was created by a bot or something somehow, that I could see that working for sure. Like,
it's so crazy that they're just like picking on the retail traders with that's just crazy.
Yeah. Anything to make a buck.
Really crazy. Well, did we touch on everything you wanted to touch on? Is there anything else you want to chat about? I know we're just giving a little update for you.
Yeah, not anything specifically other than I am talking to CPA.
Yeah.
So that's something that's like pretty huge and something I've been trying to mention more and more.
We should have put it at the beginning too.
Yeah, I know. Well, you can always edit it, right?
Yeah,
Put this in front.
I could always like make a little text thing too.
Yeah. So I'm having my CPA on. She agreed. I shot her a message last week. She agreed to come on and do a Q&A, but she wants to have some questions on the front end. So that way she's prepared to make sure she gives 100% accurate information for all these different situations. So like, that's huge because a lot of people have a lot of questions, or they do the thing where they just Google it or ask a friend, and we're not getting like good firsthand actual professional answers. So that's something that she's going to do. And we haven't decided. I'm talking to her. I scheduled a call today, but it didn't work out for her. So it should be on Thursday. I'm going to talk to her, and then I'll send her over a list of questions and find out exactly when that's going to be. I'm hoping to do it during live stream so we can get some like a little bit back and forth.
Definitely.
Yeah. Maybe we'll have you link that video in the description specifically. Like if someone has questions or I guess they could leave it here too, because at least it's in one of two spots.
Yep.
That's the thing. I just didn't want them scattered all over the place. That's why I didn't ask like in Discord or anything, because it's so hard to collect.
Yeah, like where are they?
Collect them. You're just like, all right, I got a DM about this this question, and comments here and here. Yeah, maybe just leave them here if you have a specific tax question.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can get that answered from a professional.
That'd be awesome. I know I asked you the one because I've been getting a lot of questions about it, and I personally don't know, which is, if you had taken a loss in 2020, right, on your account, some people say you can write off $3,000 in losses and then roll the other three. Like, let's say you're doing 6K, right, and then roll the other 3K into next year. And I've had other people say, no, you can write off the full 6K this year, and I'm like, well, I'm trying to learn. People are asking me. I want to know. And like you said, you go to Google and you see different stuff, and you ask a buddy and they tell you different stuff, and you're like, oh my gosh, I need a CPA for this.
Yeah. Let's talk to the pro.
Exactly.
Yeah. So we'll get that answered. And then we'll get all the other, like I have a few really good questions, and I'll probably go through the questions that I had initially. Which is push me, and it's taking forever. So push this money into an LLC, so I'm not taxed so heavily on it. But we'll walk through all that too, and what makes trader status. because that's a little bit different. If you're trading for 10 minutes once a week, doesn't count.
Yeah, like makes it look like you're full time or it's your job.
Yeah, but watching this video does count because this is considered market research.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What about
so
us? What about us as the video creators?
Yeah, 100%. Anything you spent, research, like
oh my gosh,
research, reading, all that stuff, for sure.
It's absolutely
incredible. It definitely counts. So yeah, she was very specific. I can't remember how many hours per week it was, but we'll go through that too. But it includes all activities that are related to trading.
Okay.
And this is pretty related to trading.
Dude, I'm excited. This is gonna be great. It's gonna be a great video. So I'll make sure everybody go leave your comments below, and then also on Jason's channel, I'll have his video linked. So go subscribe to him, and then leave a comment on his video if you already left one on mine, because 2's always better than 1, as everybody knows. So make sure you guys do that for sure. But I appreciate you coming on for another video, man. Like after a day like today, I know you're a super busy guy, so it's just nice to have a conversation at the end of the day with someone who's just as like-minded as you, so that or else I would be like coffee mug in hand, just staring out the window. Like, man, like what am I gonna do? It's like
right.
I need somebody to talk
back
to.
Window.
I just show up. I'm outside your house. I'm like, Jason, we gotta talk.
Right.
So that's what it just makes me feel better, and just to know that you're staying level-headed with everything, and we're able to roll it out, not have to take any loss, keep your collateral, and live to fight another day.
And now we're only up $250,000 for the year, so life's tough.
It happens.
I think. Let me see. Are we? Is it gonna update? 230.
Only. That's
only 230. Well, plus the extra 10 they owe me from the bad options.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Close enough.
That's funny. Well, I think we can get some of it back tomorrow. I'm looking forward to the day. So I appreciate you coming back on, man, for real.
Yeah, anytime. Thanks for having me.
Heck yeah. I'll have you back on soon. If not, even later this week. Probably next week, though. We'll see. Depends on how the week goes. Every day. It's the Joe Rogan podcast, but
right.
For stocks, you and me. Oh, that's awesome. Well, I want to make sure you guys go check out Theta's channel if you haven't yet. And if you already have, that's awesome. We're going to continue to have him on. He's a fantastic trader, fantastic mindset, honestly. It's just something that's very rare these days. So I want to say that, and make sure to leave a like on this video. Leave a comment for the CPA, for us. We can answer them, whatever. And make sure you guys subscribe, and we will see you in the next one.